Hey guys, welcome back. So in last video we show how we can create a query, how we learned about scalar types, we show how we can get object types. We created this product object type and also we created one resolver for this. Now in this video what I'm going to do is like I will show you how we can have multiple objects and how we can correlate with each other. So let me start with writing a schema. So assume like we'll be having one category type. So one product will belong to one category, but one category will have multiple products there. So let's start by writing the product schema first. So sorry, category schema. So what I'm going to do here is like this will be very simple schema or you can say object type. So I will be writing the ID. I will make it mandatory. Also the name. So for example, like let's say electronics, toys, these are the type of categories of any e-commerce application. I will make it mandatory as well. And the third thing is like now a category can have multiple products. So let's say I need a field that is called products. And what will be the actually this will be an array and it will be an array of product type. So what I can do is I can copy and paste the product in between. So I'll make it nullable or mandatory. Same for the product, like what I'm going to do is like one product will have one category. It will belong to one category. It cannot have multiple categories. So what I'm going to do is like I will write category in small. So that is a property. And here I'm going to add category. Okay. Now I'll make it mandatory as well. Now assume like we are already actually in the previous video we saw like how we can resolve our products, but when it will try to resolve the products, it will see like the category field has some object type. So whenever GraphQL will encounter custom data type, or you can say like the object type, it will not be able to actually resolve by itself. So we'll have to like define that the object type resolver. So here in the product, we have one object type resolver that is category. So similar to like the query, in query we had like one products which was using one object type. So that was the reason behind that. That was the reason why we created a resolver for the products since it was a custom data type, or you can say custom object or a custom type you can say, or just say like the object type. So now in case of the products, now I see like the products have one category that is an object type. So GraphQL will not be automatically be able to resolve this when it will be demanded. Let's say while querying, if I include this, I'm writing the query here. In products, if I include name, then it will work fine. Let me just restart my server. Now, what I can see is like categories here in under products. So let's say if I try to write category and if I try to extract name of the category, then it will throw an error, right? Since the category cannot be null. Now for the category, similar to products resolver, we will be defining the category resolver for products. So how we are going to do that? We'll just copy this type from here, product. we'll write it here, just like query, we write it here. We'll create an object of it. And under product, we want to resolve category. So we'll be copying this category field and we'll paste it here. As usual, we will be creating one method, and that method, whatever it will return, GraphQL will resolve it. Now, the first parameter of the resolver method is parent. So this parent is actually the product. Whatever product it will be there, that object will be passed in the nested resolver. So here this object we can use it while resolving it. So what we can do here is like we want to return category, but we don't have category for now. So what we will be doing here is like I will add one file categories. What I am going to do here is like I'm going to copy paste some data. Now as you can see, like this is a categories data. There are some of the objects inside an array. So I will be using this dummy data, and I will try to use this dummy data. And what I will do here is like this product will have one category, right? So I will try to find which categories belong to this product. So let's say keep a short name for this cat, and cat will have one ID, as we have defined one ID here. And the product, if I see the data of the product, you will notice like it has a category ID, right? So what we can do here is like we can so that product will be coming in parent, since the parent is the product. So with the parent there will be one category ID, so we can compare it with parent dot category ID. Okay, the reason why we are not using triple equal to right now is actually for, I think the one is integer and another is string. I can parse them to like number or string, but for now like I will be using double equal to, that will automatically parse string to number. Okay, now since we have written our logic for returning a category from here, so whenever we will be like querying the products, it will try to resolve the category. Then it will come here and find out what category it belongs. Let's check this out. Now, if I try to query this again, I'm getting this error again. Let me just restart my server. The problem what I'm seeing here is like I'm not using NodeMon. So let me quickly install NodeMon. And I will replace this node with NodeMon. Now, if there will be any JavaScript change, it will automatically start my server. Let me try this again. I'm getting one error, categories data is not defined. The reason why actually I forgot to save this file. Also, let me check whether I have imported that categories data. I will quickly import it. All right. I will try it again. Now this is working. As you see, like I'm getting the name, also I'm getting the category. I can also find more values of categories. So in categories, I have ID as well. I can add more values of products here. Let's say price. So I can add price. Let me just keep it in the separate line so that it will be clear. So now it is working fine. Let's do one more thing. So we have relations in two ways. The first one was like the product to category, and also like the category includes products as well. So one category can have multiple products. So whenever we will be like resolving the category, it will find the product. So we'll have to create a resolver for the products as well. Before that, let me just create a categories resolver. Categories, I mean type here. I will define the property on the query itself so that it will appear, it will enable for client to consume this query. So I'm just typing here categories. Now what I'm going to do here is like since this is a list, what I will do is like I will copy paste this category type in between this brackets. I will make it mandatory both of this. Now when I will go back to index.js, I will try to resolve this data. This categories field is under query, so I will be defining one property directly under query. And what property I need to define? I will go back in schema, I will copy this, I'll paste it here. Now to resolve a type, we need to create a method and we need to return from there. I can use this categories data and that's it. So for now, like if I go back in the playground, I will see like there's one more type definition field on query. So you can see like we have one more field on category, I mean one more field under query, that is actually a root query. And now what we can do is like we can query for category as well. Now I will create a new query. I will write some fields. I need to define like what I want to query. So here I will be using categories. I want to see, I want to fetch name. Now I'm getting names. Let's say if I want to get ID as well, then I will get the ID. But if I try to get the products, let's say from the product, if I try to get the name, then what will happen is like it will throw an error. The reason behind that is like we have not defined a resolver for products. If I go back in schema.gql, I will see like categories has one object type, that is product. So GraphQL will not be able to resolve it automatically. To resolve this product, similar to query, I will copy this category from here. I will go back in resolvers. Similar to like categories and queries, what I will do is like I'll paste it here. I will create an object. I'll go back in schema. I'll see like the field which I need to resolve is product. So I'll copy it. I'll go back in category. And to resolve this, we'll have to use a method. As we know, like the first parameter which we get in the resolver is parent. So we can get category as parent here in, so we can utilize this parent object to find out the products um, belongs to this categories. So what I will do is like, since we need to return products, I will copy the products data from here. I will try to filter it, and I'll keep the sort name prod. In prod, if I remember, if I go back to the data, I need to match it with the category. So there is a category ID. So what I will do is like I will use category ID on product. Then I will compare with the parent category ID. Uh, Okay. And the parent category, if I go back in the categories data, you will notice like it has one ID field that is actually called ID. Now I will remove one equal to from here, since like this category's ID is in number and this is in a string. So while comparing it, it will not be able to match it. So I am using double equal to, that will automatically parse string to number. Now what will happen is like whenever it will try to resolve products under category, so it will go to this resolver. It will compare like what category ID of from all the products belongs to this category ID of the parent. Let's try it in playground. Since we have changed schema, so I will just quickly go and restart my server. This time what I will do is like I will click execute. Now we are getting the products. Although this category ID1 does not have any product, so we are getting empty value here. But if you see the next item with product with category ID2 has one product. We can also have multiple properties here. If I explore, if I expand the products, I can see like I can put multiple properties like price. So we are getting the product details along with the categories. So in this video, we learned like how we can correlate multiple object types, how we can resolve the dependent object types. So that's all from this video. In next video, we'll talk about something new. We'll talk about enums. We'll talk about interfaces. Till then, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.